Growing up with parents that were missionaries, Walnut Middle School teacher Anna Moyers knew that she wanted to help people. It was early on in life that she decided she wanted to be a teacher.
I used to ask my parents, or no, my teachers for like leftover worksheets, and I would take them home and I would play school with my friends when they came over. I always said, I want to be a teacher because I want to boss people around. But obviously that's not why I want to be a teacher anymore. But yeah, I always kind of knew.
Teaching for Moyers is about helping students grow.
I'm in it for watching my students become better people from the first day to the last. I think if you're with these students for a full year, and if they're not a better person by the time they leave your classroom, I think you've done them a disservice. You know, like, you're there to not only educate them, but help them just leave the world a better place than when they found it.
Moyers was born in Guadalajara, Mexico, and her family moved around the country in her younger years. Her family settled in Durango, Colorado when she was in middle school. She found a love of volleyball, which brought her to York College in York, Nebraska. The culture of Grand Island is what made her make the decision to call Grand Island home for now.
I just really liked the laid-back culture of Grand Island, and I felt like everyone was so nice and kind, and I'd rather spend time here than be really overwhelmed in Lincoln. So I always enjoyed it. I always came for the state fair and stuff like that, so I felt like it was a cool place to maybe call home for a while.
Moyers said she started playing sports to find new friends.
I really got into sports when I moved to Colorado the first time in middle school, because that's when you're allowed to start. But I was brand new to this new state, new town, new everything, and I said, I gotta do something. I have to pick a sport so I can have friends. I really do sports to make friends, and you get like, especially with volleyball or roller derby, like, it's an instant sisterhood. It's just a given group of friends, and so I just needed friends.
It's just that made Moyers want to join the Platte Valley Roller Vixens, the local roller derby team.
When I started it here, I knew I was new to a new place and I needed some friends. And like I said, like, being new to somewhere and being on a team, instant friends. And so I was really hoping to gain some friendships and stay in shape, but also have fun and learn something new. I've never, besides watching a movie about it, I've never heard much about roller derby. So I was looking for a new challenge.
Moyers said the best part of the new challenge is being in a physical contact sport again.
I haven't played a physical contact sport in a while. I like the idea of it being like hardcore. When I played soccer, like, I was defense, you know, I loved knocking people out. That sounds really bad. But yeah, like, there's, you know, you got some pent-up aggression you got to get rid of. Practice is a great place.
Moyers said not knowing about the sport did not discourage her, though.
I'm not afraid to try something once when it comes to sports. I'm usually really awful. I'm never good at something right away, ever. Never been just good at anything. I've always had to work 3 times harder than the average Joe.
To begin with, Moyers didn't know if roller derby was for her.
It was really difficult at the beginning, and I almost wanted to quit. Just because, like, I mean, walking is one thing, and doing the sport, maybe walking would be probably really easy, but on rollerblades you have like no idea how to control your body, and so it was just relearning how to have self-control. So I was getting frustrated with myself that I couldn't, like, skate backwards or do jumps in the air, but the girls on the team are always like, hey, it gets easier, you'll figure it out eventually, you know, like, just keep with it, and their encouragement really helped me stay with it. But it's really difficult, and your body takes a beating.
Moyers said she waited until she was fully committed to the sport to tell her students.
I told them after I was committed to the sport, and every Monday I would show them my new bruises on my legs. But they think they don't really understand the sport yet because they've never really seen it, but when I start to play, I want them to come to some games and see what it's like. So, or at least watch some game film. That would be fun. But they all seem pretty cool about it. I think it's interesting.
Moyers said she wants to be a role model for her students. In her class, she has a wall that features inspirational quotes. She said the wall is about encouraging her students to be a better person.
My goal is to really help my students understand that who they are makes a difference, and the choices that they make a difference. And it's to encourage them to be a better person, and also to encourage me to realize, I have a canvas behind my desk. It has nothing on it. It's like a miniature canvas with an easel, and it's to represent that each day is a blank slate. You get a new, fresh start. And same with my students. If a student made me frustrated the day before, it's important that every time they walk in my classroom that I don't hold a grudge on what things happened before, that each day is a new opportunity to be a better person, to be a better you, and to succeed even farther.
The Platte Valley Roller Vixens will hold a home bout on February 28th in the Fauner Park Swine Arena. Reporting in Grand Island, I'm Zach Mayhew.